Section 1 of Rock Crystal by Adalbert Stifter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Rock Crystal by Adalbert Stifter. Translated by Lee M. Hollander. Among the high mountains of our fatherland, there lies a little village with a small but very pointed church tower, which emerges with red shingles from the green of many fruit trees, and by reason of its red color is to be seen far and away amid the misty bluish distances of the mountains. The village lies right in the center of a rather broad valley, which has about the shape of a longish circle. Besides the church it contains a school, a town hall, and several other houses of no mean appearance, which form a square on which stand 4 linden trees, surrounding a stone cross. These buildings are not mere farms, but house within them those handicrafts which are indispensable to the human race, and furnish the mountaineers with all the products of industry which they require. In the valley and along the mountain sides many other huts and cots are scattered, as is very often the case in mountain regions. These habitations belong to the parish and school district, and pay tribute to the artisans we mentioned, by purchasing their wares. Still other more distant huts belong to the village, but are so deeply ensconced in the recesses of the mountains that one cannot see them at all from the valley. Those who live in them rarely come down to their fellow parishioners, and in winter frequently must keep their dead until the snows have melted away in order to give them a burial. The greatest personage whom the villagers get to see in the course of a year is the priest. They greatly honor him, and usually he himself through a longer sojourn becomes so accustomed to the solitude of the valley that he not unwillingly stays and simply lives on there. At least it has not happened in the memory of man that the priest of the village had been a man hankering to get away or unworthy of his vocation. The roads lead through the valley. People use their double-track cart paths, upon which they bring in the products of their fields, in carts drawn by one horse. Hence few people come into the valley, among them sometimes a solitary pedestrian who is a lover of nature and dwells for some little time in the upper room of the inn and admires the mountains, or perhaps a painter who sketches the small pointed spire of the church and the beautiful summits of the rocky peaks. For this reason the villagers form a world by themselves. They all know each other by name, and their several histories down from the time of grandfather and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?